What's up, Dividend Nomads? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I got a quick video for you about Ulty. One of the viewers or subscribers asked me about what do I think about Ulty, because as y'all know, there's a lot of stuff going on about Ulty right now, about people talking about reverse splits and et cetera, right? People going on all about this kind of stuff. So let's talk about it today. I'm gonna record my screen here. All right, so here we are, this website right here, stockanalysis.com. This is a good website to go to check information about stocks, like dividend histories and stuff like that, right? And everything you want to know is here on this website. So this is pretty good. Here's the Ulty page. It's trading at $9.98 at the time of the close on Friday. This is a Saturday at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So anyway, closed at 10 o'clock, so a $10 stock. This is what we're going to look at right here. The dividends. Let's check this out first. So if you look at the dividends right now, based on the dividend we just received, the dividend yield is, let's just call it 85%. And if you bought this at inception up until now, you've received $8.48 per share. All right. So this came to the market in February, I guess. In March was the very first dividend payment. So from March up until October, you've received $8.48 in dividends. So first of all, if we just look at the previous month, let's just look at the previous 2-3 months. Right here, you can see October, we got 82 cents. September, we got 98. August, we got 78. July, $1. Anyway, since inception, it pays around $1, right? Like here's $1.06, $1.40, $1.20, $1. Like close to $1, right? So right now, in my opinion, at the current price, this $10 price point, to get 78 cents to $1 in dividends is a really good deal. That being said, if you bought into this at inception at the $20 price point, you would be down on total return. And actually, I'm going to show you this right here. This is what YieldMax posted on their X account or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, X account. This is what YieldMax posted. So if you look at this, this is the cumulative total return since inception of all the YieldMax funds. Now I just want to focus on this one, Ulty. See Ulty right here at the very top. If you bought Ulty at inception, which was February the 28th of 2024, you would be down 4.5%. Now, I myself, I bought Ulty for $12. I didn't buy it at inception for $20. So for me, I'm not down to 4.5%. So really, this inception stuff, it doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter. It matters what price you buy the stock at, not the price it came in at inception. That being said, in my opinion, you shouldn't buy any stock at inception, right? I mean, you really, in my opinion, it's best to wait 6 months. I would say at least 6 months, if not a year, just to get 6 months to a year's worth of data to see how the fund performs before you put your hard-earned money into it. Now, myself, I didn't wait that long. This came in February of 2024, and I bought it 4 months ago. What's that? Like in August, I think. I bought it in August. So I waited like 5 months, and I seen, the price going down, but the amount of money was paying in dividends versus the price that I bought it at, I thought it was pretty good timing because I bought Ulty at $12. I didn't buy it at the $20 inception. So you really need to think about that in terms of, what's the stock doing? How are they managing it? As well as what price do you buy in at? Now, in terms of the management of Ulty, Ulty is, how do I say this? First of all, I want to let you know, Ulty is my favorite stock by YieldMax, right? It is my favorite YieldMax fund by far. And the reason why is because it has so many different options of things it can do, right? They can actually buy and hold stocks. So it's not just synthetic plays, right? They can actually buy the underlying and hold it. They can sell cover calls on it. They can sell puts. They can do credit spreads. There's so many options of what they can do inside of this fund. So they have, the possibilities are limitless. So that being said, because of the possibilities, right, I like this fund, but I don't know who's trading this or why they're trading it the way they're trading it, because all the possibilities they have, they should be able to manage this fund much better. But also, it's kind of an experiment, right? Because they didn't have all those options to do all the things with it since the inception of the stock. They recently made the changes that allow them to do all these things. So the way they manage this, the way they trade in this, and the way they run it could be different going forward in the future. So if you're not invested in Ulty right now, in my opinion, I would say to wait and see how they manage it going forward over the next few months, because they just now updated the prospectus recently. So give them some time to see how they manage it after these updates. Do they trade in it very well? Is it still going to be declining like it has since the inception? Are they going to manage it better and it's going to go up? Like, I would really wait for the next 5 to 6 months and collect data on it, pay attention to it, and see what it's doing before you put your hard-earned money to work. Now, myself, like I said, I bought into this for like $12 a share, so I'm not down this 4.5% on the on the total return. I'm actually doing okay. When I receive my next dividend, I should be positive on Ulty in terms of total return. But never like get married to a stock, right? Because you're putting your hard-earned money into something. You want to make sure that just because I love Ulty, it doesn't mean that I'm going to hold it forever and ever and ever, because if it doesn't perform the way I want it to perform, I'll get rid of it, just like I did with QQQY. I bought QQQY because they had the big dividend, and then the dividend just cut off after they did the reverse splits and the weekly adjustments and all this other stuff. The dividend went down, and I wasn't happy with it, and I sold it. That's the way it goes. When you're putting your money to work, you have to be willing to change and adapt and do different things. But also you need to exercise some patience and give the stocks time to do what they're going to do. So, in Ulty, since the inception, there was always an experiment. They were experimenting, and it took them some time to get it figured out. And now I figure, like, after it got down around the $10 to $12 price range, it was starting to get pretty stable, and they seemed to start to figure out how to manage the fund. They started doing better in terms of keeping it stable and still keeping the good dividend. So I think they figured out how to manage it at that point. But now, with the updated prospectus and all the changes that they're making, it's kind of like an experiment again. They have to experiment with these different option strategies, because now they have so many different options that they can use to trade within this fund. They might, I'm just speculating here, okay, but they might be doing some experiments with it again, trying to figure out how to trade it now with all the new tools and bells and whistles they have within the fund. So it could be very volatile. It could shoot up like a rocket. It could go down and they just reverse split. And, that's a possibility. So you would be best to probably, if you haven't invested in it yet, to be careful with it and just pay attention to what's going on. Watch some of the data that's coming out over the next several months and see how they're trading in it now that they have the new options, of what they can do. And in terms of, do I think it's going to reverse split? If it keeps going the way it's going, I think they will reverse split it, but I don't know, but I think they will. And here's my take on that, right? If you look here, this is my Webull account. I just opened this up because I have some watch list here, and this is my Yield Max watch list. So you can see here, this is like basically all the Yield Max funds for the most part. There might be some I didn't update in here yet, but if you look here, let me make it bigger for you, maybe. If you look here at the prices, I don't even worry about the names right now. Let's just look at the prices. Look, $50, $30, $20, $18, $15. These aren't going to go anywhere. Now, if you look at this one, what we got here, Tesla, or TSL, yes, Tesla, right? Oh, Crash, that's Crash. Crash is only $11. Look, Ybit is only $12. We have Ulty around 10. You have AIYY around 9. AMDY is 12. Like, do you see these low price ones? See what I'm getting at? Coney is 12. We have OARC 9, 7. So basically what I think is going to happen, I might be wrong, okay? I'm just Tesla's 12 also. What I'm guessing, what I'm speculating on, is they're going to wait until all these lower price stocks, like I just showed you, this 1245, 1120, 998, 851, these really low price stocks, I think they're waiting for all of these to get down around this $10 range. Like if coin goes down to $10, we have ORC, et cetera, right? I think they're going to wait until they get 5 or 6 of these that are down in this $7 to $10 range. And when all of them are in that range together, then I think the reverse split's going to happen. And I think they're all going to just go up to like $50, or $40 or $50. I think they'll just do them all at once instead of do one now and then wait a week and do another one, because that's kind of like bad press, right? If f.i.r.e. reverse splits right now, and then next thing you know, 2 weeks later, then Ulty does it, and 2 weeks later, ORC does it, a couple weeks later, Coney does it, then Tesla does it. It's really bad press if they have this many going reverse splits like 1 week and another week and another week. If they just wait it out a little bit longer until they all get down in this $5 to $10 range, and they have 5 or 6 of them at one time that are in that range, I think they'll split all 5 or 6 of them all at the same time, and they're all probably going to be $40 or $50. Because if they do it in one go, they only get one like bad press report, as opposed to getting one this week and then another couple weeks later and a couple weeks later, so on and so forth, right? It looks really bad if they do that, because reverse splits usually have a negative, connotation. How do you say that word? I can't even speak English anymore. But reverse splits usually have a bad rap, so they don't want to keep getting this bad news coming out about Yomax reverse split, and then next week Yomax reverse split. It really looks bad on them. So I think they'll kind of hold out until they get a bunch of them in that price range and then reverse split them all at once. Now, if Ulty reverse splits, am I going to keep it? I probably will. I'm not making any promises, but I do believe I'll keep it, but just because I'm doing good on it so far in terms of total return. It's not been a bad investment for me. If you bought it in exception, maybe it was a bad investment for you. But for me, based on the price that I bought in at, it's been a great investment for me. I'm more than happy with it, and I'm happy to hold on to it longer. That being said, if they reverse split and it goes up to $50 and they're still paying $1 per share at $50, I won't be happy about that, of course, because I'm getting $1 per share at $10. Why would I want to get $1 per share at $50 and have less shares, right? I don't want to do that. And if that's the case, then I probably would sell it and put my money somewhere else. Okay, so you have to really be prepared to pivot and make these moves. You have to kind of pay attention to these things and do what's best for you and your portfolio and your money. You can't just blindly, just accept some of these things. You can't get married to it. That's my opinion. So anyway, let me know what you think about it. I would love to hear what you think about Ulty and about this reverse splits and all this and that. Because I know, the way Jay explains it, it's like, you got a 10, you get 2 5s back, your money stays the same, but you have less shares. And in my case, like when I seen with Tesla and what I seen with QQY and the other Defiance funds, you got less shares and you got a lower dividend. So, are they going to do that again? I don't know. If they do, then I'll be out. If they don't, then I'll keep it. But I'm prepared to do, what I need to do either way. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts about that. And then I got some other things to share with you in another video. We'll talk about that later. But like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. See you on the next video.